Hello everyone, good afternoon and welcome to Immune Recharge for October 27, 2022. Let me go through some housekeeping rules. Please keep your mic muted. Feel free to type any questions in the chat. Myself, Debbie, and Marco, I don't think actually Marco is in yet, but Debbie and myself will be able to answer your questions. Just put it on the chat. If you have not registered, do so in the professional development system. Debbie already put the link on the chat. Go ahead and click on it. It's session 253660. And remember to use the remote check-in code PSJA Tech, all lowercase, on the PD system. First, to start us off, Angelica Cruz, which is our teacher and CIT at Guerra Elementary. Angelica, I'm going to stop sharing so you can start sharing.
Can you guys see it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, perfect. Hi, my name is Angelica Cruz, and I'm the teacher CIT from Guerra Elementary. And today I will be giving the very basic of Canva. So today I'll be talking about what is Canva, how can you log in, the type of templates there is, the format, and how can you change a template or elements. What is Canva? Canva is easy to engage your audience and create amazing visual content together. No design experience needed. So it's very basic. It's a graphic design tool that was also purchased by the district. So we have the premium. So you have a lot of options to use. So I'm gonna show you some of them. That there's many more. And the way you log in is with your PSJA credentials. So when you log in, you would look for your name, and it automatically takes your credentials if you're logged in on your computer already with them. If not, you would have to type them in, and you'll be able to see this screen, and then it'll take you to this, and you'll be able to see your initials, and sometimes you can share classrooms with other individuals. I know I have two others that I share classrooms with, and if you see two dots with different initials, that means that you're sharing your classroom. The type of templates they have the business, the social media, there's videos, marketing, custom prints, cards and invitation, and education. I know that teachers like to use a lot of the Canva for promoting it on Class Dojo or an event coming in. There's also templates where you can also do lesson plans using Canva. But the one that I'm going to talk about is the education one. Like I said, there's many features in this application. So I'm going to talk about the very basic that there is, and you could always look through it, and there's a lot of good features that you can use. In education, you have education for presentation, education video, educational graphic, classroom posters, there's worksheets, flashcards, storyboards, comic strips, group work, and classroom newsletters. And what's good about Canva is that there's templates that you already have. There are many templates that are already there. If you're going to do a presentation, for example, this is for presentation wise. And as you can see, is that there's already some that are already made for you. And you can pick and choose whichever template you like or whatever works for you. Or sometimes, you know what, I just like one and the rest are going to be the same. That's fine. There's many to choose as you go,
Angelica, I don't know if it's me, but I cannot hear you. You're frozen.
I can't hear her either.
Angelica, are you there?
Yes.
We lost you for a second. I'm
happy.
Yes, now I can hear you.
Okay, sorry.
It must be the rain.
Yes, it is raining here, so I'm sorry about that. Okay, so let me go back. So here you have the templates, and this is one of the examples that is for presentations, and there's many templates for presentations. And the cool thing about it is that you can edit the way you want it to customize it. You can keep some of the slides, you can delete the ones that you don't want, or you can use one slide all the way through. And as you prepare a presentation, you can always add other things that you might need. So as I was going to the next page, you have elements. And these are elements that are there in Canva, which are line and shapes, graphics, stickers, photos, videos, audio. You can add audio, you can add charts, frames, grids, or tables. So right here, these are the things that you would see when you would be on this element, but you can see other features that you have. You even have the Jiffy or an audio that you would like to record yourself. There's different types of styles. You can even add a photo that, let's say somebody's child's birthday or anything you would like to add, like for any photos that you would like to add and advertise, you can add the photos in here. The text, there's different types of text and the different types of projects, and you can upload them, and you can upload them as a PDF or as a slideshow. And that's it on my presentation.
I have a question, if that's okay.
Sure, go ahead.
I was messing with Canva earlier so I could like get familiar with it before the presentation. Is there any way that you can, you know how you change the font to a different font and sometimes you can put like bubble letters? Is there a way, instead of changing it to a solid color, you could drag like a pattern into it so that the bubble letters would have, like, say for Halloween, pumpkins and stuff in it? Or is that not possible with Canva?
I have not seen that to be possible, Ms. Laura. Like you're talking about, like you drag the inside of the letter, like the color.
So like instead of a solid color, it would have like checkers or.
I have not seen that being possible. I've only seen like you being able to change the color.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
But I'll research it, and if there is, then I'll contact you about it. But I really doubt that that is possible. That might be something that you can do on Photoshop.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And let me share again, just so they can see the pretty slide. Next, we have Rosendo Ortiz, helped out by Ms. Zoila Mendez. Zoila is our CIT at Garcia Elementary, and Rosendo Ortiz is one of our VLP teachers this year. I'm going to stop sharing, Mr. Ortiz, so you can share.
Hello, so can everybody see what I'm sharing? Or
Not yet.
No? Okay, it says I hardly use Teams, so let me see. How about now?
Now we can see.
Awesome. Okay, so hello everybody, I'm Mr. Ortiz and I'm here to talk to you about Quill. So the things we're gonna learn about Quill are: what is Quill, how can I log in at my class, lessons and activities, and how do I see my students' progress? So what is Quill? It's a nonprofit organization and it has a lot of activities that build on reading comprehension, language, writing skills, and it's for elementary, middle, and high school. So I didn't discover Quill, I discovered Quill last year when I was in the VLP program for the first year, and I didn't discover it till the second semester, and I really wish I would have discovered it from the beginning because it would have made things a lot easier. And I learned about it from a friend in another district. They use it for their high school students, but they also told me that it works for elementary. And I was like, all right, so let me go ahead and look on it. And I looked on Clever and I saw that it was there. It's available to us on Clever for free. So that's an even big one. Anything you tell me is for free, I'm going to be the first in line there. So if you don't mind, I'm going to go ahead and get out of the slide and I'm actually going to present steps on how to get into Quill and how you can navigate through it. So right here, if you go to Clever, you can type it in the search and it'll come out, but I already have it here. So I'm going to start with logging out just so I can show you, those of you who are new to it, if you want to sign up, it doesn't take too long at all. And I love that everything is accessed through Clever. So it'll sync your class and you can do it through Google Classroom, I believe, but my personal preference was through Clever. So once you hit the main page, it's going to have sign up. So you just click sign up, click the teacher option. And then it gives you the option, sign up with Google or sign up with Clever. So of course you're gonna go ahead and whatever your preference is, but I did sign up with Clever. And then as soon as you get in, it's gonna have you sync your class and everything. So now how to look when it's logged in. So here we are logged in, and if it doesn't give you the option right away, you can go to classes. And it gives you the option right here as well, import from Clever. And right away, it gave me my class with my 11 students, my homeroom and everything. And with here, you're able to do a lot of different activities. So the way to assign activities is you go to, it's going to give them a diagnostic test, first of all, just to see. So you want to go ahead and let your students get through it right away, and it's good to know where they're at. And then after that is where you can start assigning the activities. So you go to assign activities. And you want to explore in the library. So explore all activities in our activity library. And I was really amazed on everything that I could find in here because I usually, they have lessons on here as well, but I usually go based off on what the curriculum does. I edit it so I can meet the needs of my students. And then this serves as an extra enrichment or extra activities or homework. So you can use these things for grades if you need grades or just to give them an extra enrichment. So say we were in week 1, usually 4th grade, we go over capitalization weeks 1 and 2. So I just typed in capitalization. And be wary because right here, yeah, sometimes you're gonna see options for just lessons. That's your choice if you want to do the entire lesson, but I just stick to target activities, which are these, the ones with the little targets. So, and it has here like capitalizing titles of people, mixed topics. It has another one for that. It has capitalizing geographic names and holidays, which is everything that comes in the curriculum as well. It has capitalizing holidays, people, and places. And I think there was one for dates and holidays, and there was one for also addresses. There was one for addresses, but I can't seem to find it. But I'm going to go ahead and do the, you can go right here. So before you see an activity, you can preview it. And usually it's after I do the lesson and after we learn the concept, we'll go through the preview and I'll do 1 or 2 examples just to model for them. So you do the first one, I do, so it gives you the introduction. And then it says, my favorite holiday is Halloween. So you can call on a student. Okay, Mirabel, what it should be capitalized here? And they would say, oh, you need to capitalize Halloween. Okay, why do you capitalize Halloween? Because it's a holiday. And in here, what I like it is that it makes you write the entire sentence. So they have to write it correctly. They have to start with their capital letter, then write everything with correct spelling, correct punctuation. My favorite holiday is Halloween. And then say if they forget to put their period, going to get feedback. It won't let them go on. It says proofread your work, check your punctuation, and make sure you tell your students that the more errors they get, the more it counts against them. So tell them to really focus and pay attention to all of that. So after that, well done, that's correct. And then I'll do usually another example with them as a class, just so they're able to see that kind of modeling. And then you have them do the rest on their own. And one thing I like about this is that I can also assign an activity pack. You can do several activities in one pack for the week. So I'll usually do 3 of these per week. I go to my activities. I can show you all the packs that I've made since day 1. So I had one for nouns right here. I had common and proper nouns, regular pronouns, irregular pronouns. I also had my pack for capitalization. There's the diagnostic test. I had it for verbs and adverbs. So whatever the week was on there for the week for comprehension, I would go ahead and, I'm sorry, composition, I would just go ahead and assign whatever there was, and I would model everything. So for verbs and adverbs, they have simple, past, present, and adjectives, complete sentences, commas. Oh yes, it was commas. So commas in dates and addresses. I really like this one because the addresses is one that was really tough for them to grasp. So you do your lesson, a few modeling, and it gives them an intro here. So commas and addresses. When you write out addresses, always put commas after the name of the street and after the name of the city. You see their address is Sarada. You write, and then it tells them how to write it. And again, you do the modeling. So I now work at 44 5th Street, Portland, Maine, 01234. So they need to see, where does the comma go? So you call, oh, Isabella, where does the comma go? And then it's supposed to go after street. And then why? Because you're supposed to separate the street from the city and state. And then they just have to rewrite it all. And like I said, it won't let them go on unless they have it correct. So it's a really good way to increase them, help them learn in writing complete sentences. And I have noticed a big difference because every teacher that I recommend this to, they really like it. They say it works. And I have seen a lot of differences and a lot of an increase in writing in my students as well. Even when I'm writing directions on my classroom screen or just explaining something, I'll usually, sometimes I'll make mistakes and they'll be like, oh, Mr. Ortiz, you forgot the comma here, or you didn't capitalize that, you misspelled that, you forgot quotation marks here. And little do they know I'm doing it on purpose, but it's good. It's a good way of keeping them on track because I'm seeing, okay, really, they're learning. I love it. They're catching my purpose mistakes. And then another thing I like is that it'll tell you, you can check their report. You can just go to student reports. And there's a lot of reports you can go through. It's really based on your preference. I just like basically looking at the activity summary. And it'll tell you where your students are and if they're completing the activities that you're assigning. And it tells you right here, like green is proficient, nearly proficient, not yet proficient, whether they completed it or they're in progress. So I'll just skim through, but usually mine are pretty good at staying on top of it. And I've seen, you'll get little reds here and there, but that comes and goes, you know. And then it already puts the ones that I assign ahead of time as well, and the ones that they're nearly on completion with. And that is what I learned from Quill, and that is my presentation. And you'll see all the steps in the slides as well, but I wanted to go in and show you all more hands-on. So I hope you all will be using this, and I hope it helps you because it has helped me a lot.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Mr. Ortiz. Thank you so much. That was really good. I know that your campus have been using it a lot because when I've been visiting, they've been talking about Quill. Now I saw a little bit more in action, so I really appreciate that. And we can push it out to other campuses because I think it works really well. And now, our last presenter, it's me. My name is Valentin Guerra. I am an instructional technology integration specialist for elementary, serving all 13 FAR campuses. Now let me start with talking to you about what we are going to be showcasing today. So today I found a different marking tool extension for Chrome, and it's called Page Marker. Page Marker, you can annotate in any Chrome extension. It allows you to write with a pen, highlight, type, and then download any page with annotations into your device. I already put it here, so as soon as we give you the slides, you can even click on here and it will take you automatically to the Chrome web store to add the extension onto your Chrome browser. This is what it will look like. So you see you have the writing tool for a pen. Then you have the highlighting tool. You can erase. This one is just a cursor, so you can move things around. That T, you can put a text box and you can type. This cross is anything that you annotate with, you can click on it. If you use this, and you can move it around. The line, you can actually create straight lines with it. And the arrow going down into this open bracket is to download. The trash is to delete everything that you marked up. The arrow going left is to go back. The arrow going forward is to go forward. And this one is to exit the toolbar. You can select the size of the highlighting and of the marking of the pen by going right here at the bottom. So now let's test it out. Boop. So let me just show real quick. In here on the toolbars, I have it right here. Page Marker. This is where you go into the Chrome Web Store. So that link will automatically take you there. So you can just do a Google search for Page Marker Chrome extension, and you will add it to Chrome. And then it will go here. You will have to go to the puzzle and make sure that you pin it so you see it. Once you put it in here, well, actually, it says I don't have access to certain pages. So let me go back to here and then mark up here. So you see the toolbar right here. You can change the color. Blue is my favorite. And I'm going to start marking. Anything on any page you can mark. But also you can highlight. So it allows you to write with the pen. Now remember, not all of our laptops, like student teacher devices, are able to have touch. But if you're connecting your computer to New Line and you have the touch connected with a USB, you can do this with your finger or with the pens that come with the New Line. I can go back, I can go forward. This is the line. See, it just does a straight line, so you don't have to try to draw a straight line with this. And this is the text box. Annotation is fun. This was the one that I was telling you that you can drag anything, so it will make it easier. So now anything that I have on the slide, even though I'm on the slide, I cannot move. To be able to move anything on the slide, I have to go back to the cursor. Then I can move the things that are on the slide, but not the annotations. To move the annotations, I have to go back here. Again, this will trash everything, but I don't want to trash it. I want to show you that if I click here, whoop, it takes a screenshot of the annotation and it saves it on my computer. I have questions for all of you, the teachers right now. How can you see yourself using it in your classroom? Go. You can unmute yourself. I'm going to see your faces. And if somebody's talking, the microphones are off. So Laura's saying that the system doesn't allow her to check in. Ms. Laura Navarro will check you in. Debbie said she will take care of it. Mr. Ortiz, Ms. Hernandez, Ms. Ibarra.
I
my
like
teachers.
this. I'm finding that I like this a lot better than the Draw It on Nearpod because I feel like there's so much more you can do. I feel like Nearpod's very limited and there's a lot of times the page cuts off and it's covered by the tools, but here you can see everything. And I really like, you can use it for like our race strategies. You can use it for annotations on the curriculums on the online books. So I'm definitely going to give this a try in my class.
So last week I was talking about annotate.net. I like this one better because you don't have to log in at all. This is automatically, you just download it, it's there for Backup, and it just takes a screenshot and you keep it. I want you to think about it, especially if you have like a passage, like you were saying, using the race strategies, and you submit a text to your students on Google Classrooms from that to annotate. They can take a screenshot. So remember what we don't have anymore after December? There's something that we might not have after December. Veronica Hernandez, unmute yourself and tell me.
Cami.
Yes, so this will help us with the.
This is easier than Cami.
Cool.
I think so. I think my kids could do this easier because they were getting frustrated with Cami. And I was like, it's okay, but it's easier.
I'm going to work right now to
I
have
like
it
this
pushed to
better.
student devices though, because I don't think it's on student devices. So I think this one will be, like I put in here, problem solved.
It is. Yeah. I like what Mr. Ortiz was saying, because on your pod it does cut off and like this it won't. So yeah, I agree with that.
Thank you.
Yeah, and then also with the books, because I usually have my students access the books through Savas, and I like Savas, you know, she's awesome, but it's also very limited. It's very small, the screen, and they can't really scroll, they can't really see a lot. With this, I can just assign the books as a PDF and they can do their annotations and they can see the whole thing from there. So
Cool. So I want you to start testing it out right now. I don't think it's on the student devices, but start testing it out as you to annotate it and give me some feedback on that. Remember, if you're using your Newline board, for those teachers that are not VLP, because I know Mr. Rosando, this will be kind of hard to use your Newline board for this, also use your pen and annotate on it while you're on the Newline board connecting to your computer. Then without further ado, let me just show you the next slide. I think my my slide got frozen and I cannot move it. Let me stop sharing. I don't know what happened. Oh, I think I know what happened. See, I'm going to tell you what I just did. I'm trying to move around here and it's not letting me. I need to make sure that I'm here on the toolbar because I had it on, or I exit the toolbar so I can go to the next page. I was trying to manipulate it, but I had the toolbar on. So if you test it out, remember, you have to go into the little toolbar here. If you're using the toolbar, you either have to exit or you have to go into the cursor. Thank you for your attendance. Join us next week and next month already, because we're at the end of October. This is our last session for the month of October. We'll be coming next month starting November 1st with our Q&A first session. We'll be sending you an email by tomorrow with all the information for our sessions for November and December. You can feel free to contact us via email or Teams. Valentin.Guerra, Deborah.Pingle, Marco.Torres, with any tech ideas that you might have or anything that you want us to look at and to research to be able to help you out. And that is it. Let's go to our raffle of the day.
Make sure if you are interested in Canva, in November, we're going to have 3 Canva sessions from a Canva educator from the company. So every Tuesday, the first 2 Tuesdays, and then the last Tuesday in November. It's going to be in place of our Q&A session. So it'll be on Tuesdays at 4:15. It's going to be really great. So hopefully we get a lot of people attending and learning about Canva. It is free for every educator, and we have it in our My PSJA apps. So let people know that that's coming up next month, actually next week. So next Tuesday will be the first in the series. So hopefully we'll get that emailed out tomorrow to everybody.
Yes, we'll work on that to get it everybody out. Again, Debbie just reminded me, I had forgotten. She worked really hard to get in Canva to do these trainings. For the month of November, we're having 3 Q&As, but they will be Canva led, and they will be at those times. I believe they're starting at
4:15.
4:15 as well to 5:15?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
We
Debbie,
might go a little. I told her 5, but we have 11.
11. Cool. Let me share my screen. Where is my claw?
See who our lucky winners are.
Yay, 11. I love it. Let's do number 7.
Number 7 is Kathy Baronis. Kathy, are you here?
Kathy, are you here?
Kathy.
It shows, but let me see if she answers. Kathy, you're a winner. We need to hear you or read you. I don't hear